Haven't checked out Cutsforth's brush failures webinar yet? Here are the 5 most important things you need to know. 1. Bound up brushes are the #1 cause of collector system failures.
Sure. Yeah, and that's the main one we see is bound up brushes and restrictions of different varieties in the actual brush box. So these example pictures here are great illustrations where we could see things like carbon deposits. That's the picture on the right, just buildup of any kind inside the holder, and that can come from lack of maintenance or just dirty conditions. All kinds of things can cause that. But we also see restrictions in like holders that get damaged from being dropped or maybe even poor manufacturing tolerances. So brush box restrictions are a common theme. And when we're thinking about those, I mean, the springs that push on these carbon brushes are anywhere from usually 3 to 5 pounds. So we're not talking about a lot of spring pressure. And so you get any kind of restriction in that box and you can have a brush that's hanging up, and that can cause some problems that we're going to get into in a little more detail later.
Jason, let me jump in here. I think you mentioned something that'll, as our conversation evolves this morning, I think it'll become clear why I'm bringing it up here. But this whole idea of maintenance, at the collector, energized field, it seems to me that, and certainly, talking with folks in the industry, there seems to be growing concern about the safety of interacting with that energized field by a variety of technicians.
2. Manual inspections can't keep up, and they put techs at risk.
Having some kind of knowledge of those so you can plan the maintenance and actually know what things you need to change or correct before the failure gets out of control or the problem gets out of control.
That's a great point, Jason. I think one thing we ought to point out, some of these failures, the only way you're going to know if it's a failure mode that's in progress is you're going to have somebody out there on a routine basis with a vibration probe interacting directly with that brush and pushing that down against the ring. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
3. The easy change holder was engineered from the ground up to eliminate these problems.
So we looked at common problems, restrictions, and there's a host of other things too, like the brush not being fully supported in an OEM holder. So Cutsforth looked at all those common problems that we had heard about in the industry and designed a holder to address those problems. So one of the biggest ones is just having a tight tolerance brush box that's got a smooth surface finish inside, and also a brush box that supports the entire length of the brush. So that's one of the biggest things that we've found to reduce carbon deposits in a brush holder, and we address that with the Cutsforth holder. So we've also developed this platform that allows you to have a single pocket holder that you can remove and easily do maintenance on one brush at a time. So
you don't have to take the whole magazine out, right? That's
correct.
The advantage here is you can deal with the problem one brush at a time.
4. Wireless brush condition monitoring gives you a real-time view of every brush without risking your techs.
So with this wireless sensor, we can monitor the vibration, temperature, and brush length of all the brushes. So a technician can walk up to a screen and see all the brushes in the brush rigging, a snapshot at any one given time, and know which brushes need to be changed, which brushes have been vibrating, which will allow you to do analysis on a path of brushes. So imagine that video that we just saw. You could look at a computer screen and see that whole path is vibrating, and you would probably see a temperature differential there as well, and maybe some wear characteristics that would give somebody that advanced detection to say, hey, we need to go out there and see what's going on with the rigging.
5. The return on investment is strong, and the numbers back it up.
If you have to put the full system in, with the holders and the actual monitoring system, with those previous assumptions, even a full upfit, Jason, on a 5-year rate of return, it's still, assuming an 8% cost of capital, it's still your CAGR is still 10%. You'd probably like to have 10% right now on your savings account, wouldn't you?
That would be great. That would be great.
Oh, yeah, I think most people in today's environment would enjoy getting 10%. It ends up, you're going to better than a 2 over 5 years, or better than a 2x return, and your compound rate of return is going to be about 23% over 5 years. And if I could get 23% right now, I'd be a very happy guy.
If your plant runs carbon brush systems, Cutsforth's brush failures webinar is worth watching start to finish. The link is in the description.